Hi friends, welcome to our channel. Today we will discuss the concept of inheritance. This inheritance is one of the important feature of object-oriented programming. First of all, what is the reason for implementing inheritance in OOPS concepts? The main advantage is code reusability. The name specifies reusability. That means once we define a code, we can use a multiple number of times. Once we define a code, we can use a multiple number of times at anywhere in the program. This reusability is implemented by using inheritance. A simple definition of inheritance is one class or object acquires the properties and behavior of another class or object. Inheritance means one class acquires the properties from another class or behavior from another class. Simply, the properties are called data members, behavior is called member function. Here one class acquires the total information of another class. The class which acquires the property is called derived class. The class which acquires the properties is called derived class or subclass or child class. The class from which we are getting the property, is called base class or super class or parent class. Okay, that means from the parent class where the child class get the property. Now the question is how to make two classes as a parent and child. Okay, now I will write down the syntax. The syntax is class. For example, this is the derived class. Okay, that is the derived class. That means this is the child class, colon. It is a single colon, visibility mode space parent class. For example, we have two classes A and B. Assume A is the parent class and B is the child class. How to make B as a child class? We can write like this: class B. To make B as the child of A, so after B you can write like this: B colon visibility mode. We already discussed visibility modes or access specifiers, both are same. Visibility mode or access specifiers. We have three: private, protected and public. For example, assume public space A. By writing this statement, B is the child class of A and the derived is public, and B derive the members of A publicly. This is the syntax. Now I will explain these visibility mode in clearly. Okay, once you know the syntax is very clear. For example, if you want to derive from multiple number of classes, simply comma public class C, comma public. If you have multiple number of parents, all those are separated with commas. Okay, now the very important is visibility mode. For example, consider this one, base class. We have three visibility modes: private, protected, public. Base class members. These are the visibility modes of the base class. That is, for example, consider a base class which contains some members. Here the members is of either private type, protected type or public type. we have members of different types. We have members of different types. Now, derived type. That is, see in the previous one, class B colon public or private or protected. Derived type, that is derived type visibility, we can derive either privately, derive either protected, we can derive as a public. First of all, you know what is the table. Here the table is, these are the members. That is, the base class members are of either private type, protected type or public type, and the derived class visibility mode. That is, we can derive either privately, protectedly, publicly. A simple thing, remember one point, the lowest one is private, the next one is protected, and the next one is public. Assume like that. If you derive privately and the base class member is also private, base class member is a private, if you derive either privately or protectedly or publicly, the private members are accessed within the class only. That means no inheritance. So no. If the data member, if the member of a class is private, it is not possible to place in the child class. It is not possible to inherit in the child class. Now, if the member is protected, if the member is protected in the base class, now I am deriving privately, now the member becomes private. If it is protected in the base class and the visibility mode is private, visibility mode means, again I am writing class, derived class, this is the visibility mode. If the visibility mode is the private, even though it is a protected member, comes into private. Now, if the visibility mode is protected, and the member is also protected, so it acts as a protected. If the visibility mode is a public, and the member is protected, then the member acts as protected only. Even though we are inheriting as a public, even though we are deriving as a public, but the original value is lower than public, protected. Now, if the member is of public and the visibility mode is a private, then automatically this is private. If the visibility mode is protected and the member is public, it is protected. And visibility mode is public and the member is also public, simply this is public. Observe the table, and this one is the very important for implementing the concept of inheritance. In all the cases, observe carefully, the private members are not inherited. And in case of public and protected members are inherited. Public members and protected members are inherited. And at the time of inheritance, on which type we are inheriting? Suppose we are inheriting on private data type. If the visibility mode is private, whatever the type, either public or protected, it comes under private mode. See, if the visibility is private, it is either protected or public, comes into private. If the visibility is protected, if it is protected, if it is public, then also protected. If it is a public, if it is a protected, in that case this is protected. If it is public, then it is public. A simple logic is, consider private as a small one, protected as the larger one, and public as again larger one. So which one is the smallest? That is the data type in the derived class. That is the particular visibility access specifier in the derived class. Okay, this is the inheritance. In the next session we will discuss the different types of inheritance.